Good morning, Pre-Algebra Honors. Let us begin en nombre del Padre, del Hijo, del Espíritu Santo. Amén. Dios te salve María, llena eres de gracia. El Señor es contigo. Bendita tú eres entre todas las mujeres y bendito es el fruto de tu vientre Jesús. Santa María, Madre de Dios, ruega por nosotros pecadores, ahora y en la hora de nuestra muerte. Amén. En nombre del Padre, del Hijo, del Espíritu Santo. Amén. This week we're going to continue with our review. The two things we're going to be dealing with are going to be factoring, all right, and solving quadratics that we did. Property of zero that you had some of it last week on your homework. We're going to review that on these, all right? So for factoring, I want to make sure that everybody remembers always with your factoring, always ask yourselves, is there a GCF? Some of these will have a greatest common factor, others will not. But you always want to see to make sure you have something, all right? If you don't, then you proceed. So let's just take one example that I'm going to give you here. Let's say x squared minus 2, xy minus 3, y squared, all right? So something like that. Greatest common factor? No. Now, what we do have is we have a factor here and a factor here. Terms, variables. So we're going to first put our parentheses, product of two binomials. We'll put our term here, x here, x here. And you know what? Let's take care of this y, because some of you will forget to put that y in factoring. Now we go, what are factors of 3 that give me 2? Well, 3 and 1. All right? You can put the 1 there if you want, 3 and 1. I need a negative, all right? So it's negative, negative. So the greater of the two, negative, is positive. Make sure you check. Negative 3xy, positive 1xy gives me a negative, and the negative and a negative, a positive, give me a negative. That's it. We're finished there, all right? So watch that very carefully when we're doing that, all right? Be very careful in factoring. Next, we have one like this, and this was one I really want to show you to make sure. All right, so let's look at this. First, make sure you put it in descending order. That's the biggest thing you want to make sure. So let me put it in descending order by putting my quadratic first, then my linear, then my constant. So negative 12a squared minus 26a minus 10. Now you should see two things. One, quadratic term is negative. Two, we have a greatest common factor. So let's kill two birds with one stone. Let's factor out the greatest common factor, which is going to be a negative 2, which will give me 6a squared. Watch your sign. Plus, because a negative times a positive is a negative, 13a plus 5. Okay, from here, on the side, I'm going to use my Q and C. Let's see, factors of 6, I'm going to use the 3 and the 2. Factors of 5 are going to be 5 and 1. Let's see if I get 13. I get 3 here. 5 and 2 is 10. Look at that. Beautiful. So, negative 2, product of two binomials. 3 and 5, so it'll be 3a and 5. And 2a and 1. And since it's positive, positive, makes it easy. Positive, positive. And you want to check 6a squared, the last term, middle term, 10a, 3a, 13a. So that's what you're going to have in the first ones of your assignments. The second part of it is going to be where there's more greatest common factors. So you'll have a few of those for homework, all right? The next section that you're going to be doing, the latter part of the week, is solving these. Now you had some. We started off, if you remember, after we factored, we solved them. We had something like this. Let's say I had a plus 4 times a minus 2 equals 0. In order to solve that, it's already factored for us. It's already factored. So we just set each factor equal to 0. I need to see this. A plus 4 equals 0. A minus 2 equals 0. So a is going to equal a negative 4. A is going to equal 2. Therefore, a has a solution set of negative 4 and 2. Make sure you follow the steps. All right, I need to see this. On many of you, I've been putting down, when I look at your work, you're not showing your steps. And some of you are asking me, why? I am. No, you're not. Not if you go from here to here. I need to see this. So make sure, please, that you show your steps. Another type of problem that you're going to have for solving these problems. Let's see. Let's just do this one. All right. Anytime we want to solve a quadratic, it has to be equal to 0. So let's put it in descending order. X squared, we bring this over, becomes positive 5x minus the 36 equals 0. Okay, descending order. Now let's see if we can factor. Product of two binomials equals 0. Don't forget that. X here, X here. Factors of 36, that'll give me 5. 9 times 4. Very good. And now we need positive, negative, so the greater of the two has to be positive. Negative, let's just check. 9x, negative 4x, positive 5x. 9 and 4 is 36. Now set each factor equal to 0. X plus 9 equals 0. X minus 4 equals 0. X is going to equal a negative 9. X is going to equal a 4. Therefore, X has a solution set of negative 9 and 4. Notice that they all have to have a solution set. This is it. These are the steps that I need to see as you're doing these. It does list on your homework in the first part that if the polynomials are not factorable right prime, there's only 3 of them that are prime. So I don't want to see any more than 3, and at least check to make sure. All right? And all the ones at the bottom that you're doing that are similar to this quadratic, they're all factorable. They all have solutions. So none of them are not solvable or anything or no solution. They all have solutions. I'm going to show you your worksheet on the camera in case I can't send it to you. I hope I can, but I'm going to hold it in front. That way you can see the assignment, all right? I will then send you what numbers you have to do and when they're due, all right? Have a great week.